King. I've got what is potentially one of the most amazing action cameras on the market today. This is the Xiaomi Yi 2 4K. Now, I say that kind of dramatically because this is Xiaomi's flagship model. It's their shot directly at GoPro at basically half the cost of the equivalent GoPro Hero Black. This thing runs about $200 to $250, $270, while GoPro Hero Black is going to cost you close to $500, and it's extremely similar features and some additional options on top of it. So stick with me, we're going to take a look at this. For this review, I'm not going to focus too much on a few of the nitty-gritty options here, but more on video quality and usability, pros and cons, and a lot of sample footage. Alright guys, let's go. Alright guys, so here's the exciting stuff for the Xiaomi Yi 2 4K. Not only is it at an amazing price point for something that's competing with GoPro's flagship model, it also features an LCD screen on the back, which the GoPro Hero 4 does not. Not only does it have an LCD screen, it's a touch screen. You adjust all the settings through this touch screen. Works excellently even with a little protective plastic cover. Adjust your settings right there. Adjust your video, photo, timer, burst, time-lapse video, or slow motion options all right here. Just X out of that. You can do your playback feature right there, and man, it does a great job of it. There's me actually flying my Dobby drone. Smooth, fast, no lag at all. Excellent little processor here. And we'll go. You can delete it, whatever you want to do there. Go back to the main menu. You want to adjust your video resolution. Here's the cool thing, just tap this right here. You got a ton of options. This thing shoots at 4K 30 frames per second, true 30 frames per second. That's a huge plus. Most budget, and this isn't truly a budget camera, but most of the action cameras that claim to be 4K are just interpolated 4K. Of course GoPro is true 4K, and so is this, and the 4K quality looks amazing. There's 4K Ultra mode, 2.5K, 1440, and then 1080p. Not only is it at 30 frames per second, you can go to 60 frames per second, all the way up to a freaking 120 frames per second. Anything lower than 4K mode will allow you to do a little mode here called electronic image stabilization. Okay, you do have to be out of the 1080p 120, but this is actually their version of the gyro. I've used it, I've tested it, it's pretty good, it stabilized it. You do need to have a really good fixed surface. It's not quite as good as the Get Up 2 stabilization, but it's still quite good. Looks excellent, but it doesn't work on the 4K mode. That's just worth mentioning. In addition, there's the photos. I think it's a 12 megapixel photo, and there's only one button on this camera. It's at the top. Use that to power on, power off, which you'll hear right now. And the audio is easy to hear when I'm recording. There's a little audio beep, recording beep, 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 off, and I don't miss or accidentally miss things I wish I was recording. Boot it back on, you're back there. There's also this little touch screen you can drag here, turn on Wi-Fi to work with the app. I've used it on Android, works flawlessly, no problems at all. High quality Xiaomi Yi stuff. You can lock it so you don't accidentally start recording or waste the battery when you don't want to. To unlock it, you gotta drag it all the way back across. There's also this mode, and then just a power on and off mode. This one here is to use for a Bluetooth remote control. You want to get your selfies, your selfie stuff, that's how you do it right there. Okay guys, so talked about a lot of the features here. This camera rolls in a little over $200, between $200 to $250, well less than half the price of the GoPro Hero 4 Black. It's an amazing camera, and I'm just absolutely blown away by the video quality. Let's just take it out now. I'll show you some of the sample footage that I've gotten with it. I did put it up in a drone just briefly, not going to show a whole lot of that just because I got kind of nervous with such an expensive camera dangling without a protective case in a drone. But I got a lot of footage of me flying drones, some fishing, and some really cool beach shots when I was down at Corona del Mar, and this huge fog layer rolled in. So let's take a look at that. Oh, one last thing. It does not come with a waterproof case. Now to me that's a huge negative. You know, if it's an action camera, you want to protect the lens, you want it to be protected. It is an action camera after all. I've seen the waterproof cases from not Xiaomi, from other companies for as low as about $10. I think the actual one costs $40. It's kind of expensive. I'm picking up one right now. I'll let you guys know how it works out. But that is one little negative about it. Otherwise this thing's been rock awesome. Okay guys, let's take a look at the sample footage. Catch you after the break. So that was the sample footage for the Xiaomi Yi 2 4K. As you can tell, it's absolutely amazing. The 2.5K kind of crops it, sort of interesting, so you get kind of the black bars on the side. I don't really care for that. I did notice the 1080p does seem to lose not just a little quality, but quite a bit of quality between that and the 4K. It's not as impressive as I'd like, but the 4K video, wow. Takes a good computer to be able to edit it, but it looks amazing. And if you want to, you can downscale it to 1080p when you're saving it, so it doesn't quite process quite as long time for you. Now, take a look at this here. Here's the ELE. Look at the form factor. This is the old GoPro form factor. Xiaomi Yi is definitely taking a little bit of a different approach. It's narrower and longer here, okay? The older style is a lot thicker and shorter. The battery in these, the SJ4000 batteries, will not work in this guy. This is a proprietary battery. You're getting crazy battery life. Like I was saying earlier, I was able to use just one battery without recharging it and without actually interfering much with that little battery pips up there. I maybe knocked it down by one notch with over several hours of on-off usage all the way throughout the day on multiple trips. That's amazing. I love that. Very powerful battery here. Guys, I gotta say, if you're willing to drop a little bit more money on an action camera, and I don't mean just $50 or $150, I mean looking more the $200, $250 range, because you want something of truly GoPro style quality, this is it right here. Xiaomi has a winner on their hand. I've been impressed with other products they've made. This thing is solid. I wish it did include a waterproof case. I wish the gyro was just a hair better, but it still works quite well. And I wish it did work on the 4K mode. But other than that, this thing is amazing. The video quality is just simply like I'm still right there, right at the moment when I was recording. I don't notice a lot of little artifacts or little junk in the screen. It's just simply beautiful. Guys, go ahead and check this thing out. I've got links down in the description here. If you have any questions, hit me up with it. I'll be putting a lot more videos up. Maybe I'll get brave enough to put this in one of my quadcopters and get some more footage with it. Thanks for watching. Hunting the River King here, guys. Catch you later.